everyone, it's Rebecca Del Pozo, and today I'm going to show you the listing consultation. So let's pretend that someone has called you and said they want to sell their house. The first thing you want to do is grab a blank piece of paper or open to a fresh page in your notebook, and I want you to write down these 4 questions. Why? When? What? And how much? So the first question that you want to ask them is, why are you selling? You're going to have this conversationally come up. Just go, why are you selling? Tell me what's bringing about this potential sale. So they'll let you know. Then the next question you're going to want to ask is, when do you need to sell by? This is going to give you their motivation and their timeline, so make sure you ask this question. The next question is, what happens if you don't sell? Now this one can feel a little awkward. Don't skip it. This is actually going to, it's one of those opportunities where you can let silence do the heavy lifting. So if you're in conversation and you say, well, what happens if you don't sell? Awkward silence, and let them answer. Sometimes they'll say, oh, well, my sister-in-law is going to move in. Or, well, there is no other option. We need to sell. I just got this new job opportunity, so we're moving. And that's going to help you identify their motivation. So that's a really important question to ask. And then finally, in conversation, you're going to say, in order for me to put together an estimated net sheet for us to go over together when I come to your house, do you know the approximate mortgage payoff? So what you're going to ask is, how much do you owe? Once you have this information, you can prep your seller's net sheet and go over that at the appointment. So, why are you selling? When do you need to sell by? What happens if you don't sell? And how much do you owe? Those are the 4 questions you want to ask a seller when you're on the phone with them. You're going to set up a listing appointment. Make sure to say, when would be a good time for me to meet with all of the decision makers? Book the appointment, and then a couple of days before that appointment, make sure that you call them when you're reviewing your realist report and just say, ring, ring. Hi, Sarah, it's Rebecca. Just calling to go over a few different details. Do you have a minute?
Yes, I do.
Great. So I was looking over the preliminary report, and it said here it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Is it truly 3 bedrooms, or is there a den?
No, it's truly 3 bedrooms.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm excited to meet you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Okay, sounds good.
You want to make sure you tell your clients that you're doing work before this appointment so that they know you're excited and they know you're working. You're preparing for this appointment, and so don't skip that step. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to transition to a listing appointment, and Sarah is my fabulous seller. And inside the packet, we're going to go over together what's in here real quick. So inside, I have my listing consultation checklist that we're going to go over when we role play. On the back side, it's the all about you. This is the information, their name, their address, email, phone number, employer. Tell us about your kids and pets. Next, you can include a bio. Here we've done history of Rebecca Del Pozo and Company and any of the designations or associations that you're a part of, and then meet the team. I have a document called the marketing plan, which we'll touch on in our role play, and then the definitions and detail on the back. We've included a we promise you and you promise us document that we'll make available for you to review. On the back of that, we have a why hire us, which is our client testimonial pictures. Preparation for photography and open house checklist. Monson Design, this is the stager, Trisha Monson, that we partner with for all of our listings, so we include that. And then we also have an Apex Moving pamphlet, And then the home seller's guide from First American Title. These are freebies, you guys, so you want to make sure that you ask First American for this packet, and then they'll give you as many as you want, and it's a really nice put together what to expect through the selling process that you can put into the folder. On the right side, I always make sure to have a copy of an actual listing agreement, because you never know. If I'm meeting with Sarah and she's comfortable with me, have her sign a listing agreement. You can always do another one later through AuthentiSign, but if someone's ready to sign a contract with you, have it available and sign it. We always include a copy of the seller's disclosure statement so that they can have this as homework to prepare before we go live on the market. For your protection, your lead-based paint disclosure, the notice of receipt form, the Law of Real Estate Agency pamphlet, home warranty information from First American, wire fraud alert pamphlet, before you sell a property, side sewer inspection. And then also we've included how to secure the hot water heater with the double straps. And then the other one is the new Washington State carbon monoxide detector requirements. All right, so our packet is ready to go, and we're gonna go through this appointment. You always get to the listing appointment early. When you arrive, if they offer you a drink, always say yes. So do you want a glass of water or coffee, tea? I always ask for a glass of water just to keep it simple. This is the universal sign that they're inviting you into their home and they want you to be comfortable. When you go to the table, always go to a table. Do not recline in the living room. Always make your way to a kitchen table or a dining room table and ask where to sit. It's important. You do not want to sit in someone's chair. Remember the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears? You don't want to sit in his chair. So just make sure you ask, is it okay for me to sit here? So when you sit down, we'll take it from here. Thanks so much for meeting with me, Sarah.
Absolutely.
So in order for us to feel like it was the best 45 minutes spent together and we've answered the most important questions to you, what would you say your top 3 questions about selling are?
My first one is, how much will it sell for?
How much? Perfect.
How quickly can we sell?
How quickly? Okay.
And probably I'm just wondering how much work I'm going to need to do.
Yeah, so staging. Absolutely. So that's typical, you guys. Most sellers want to know how much their house is worth, how quickly you're going to be able to sell it, and then what kind of staging they're going to have to do to prep it. Great. So, Sarah, you're selling your home twice.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is you're selling a house to a buyer who walks through your house and says, I like it here, I want to buy this house. If they have cash, we'll negotiate and we're on our way to closing. However, if they're getting any kind of financing, you're selling your house a second time to the appraiser.
Oh.
The appraiser uses the multiple listing the same as I do. So the numbers we look at together today are going to be like that of what an appraiser would use to actually put together an evaluation of your home.
Okay.
So, are you interviewing any other agents?
I'm not at this time.
Okay, great. So if I can show you that I'll do everything in my power to help you sell your home, will you allow me and my team to represent you?
That sounds great.
Fabulous. So because we're sitting and talking about real estate, by law, I'm required to give you this.
Okay.
The Law of Real Estate Agency. You're the consumer in this transaction. And so what this actually does is it spells out the duties of a seller's agent. So what are my duties to you?
Oh, okay.
I am to be loyal to you by taking no action that is adverse or detrimental to your interest in the transaction, to timely disclose any conflicts of interest, to advise you to seek expert advice on matters relating to the transaction that are beyond the scope of my expertise. So if you ask me questions and I don't know the answer, I'll say, I don't know. Here are a few people that I would recommend you talk to.
Okay.
Not to disclose any confidential information from or about you.
Oh.
So this is important. If you've interviewed any other agents and you haven't received this, huge red flag.
Okay.
This is important, and it's a state requirement that I give you a copy of this.
Okay.
So inside the packet, there's a resume and why hire us, a little bit about our team, the marketing plan, the we promise you, and so that's where I'll go through and just explain every one of our listings. We pay for a stager to come through and help you stage the home room by room. So what we found is other real estate agents put the house on the MLS, put up a sign, and pray that it sells.
Yes.
Now, we do pray over all of our business. However, we've done things a little bit different.
Okay.
We go the extra mile for all of our seller clients. So we're going to do a comparative market analysis. We're going to pay for the staging consultation for you. Complimentary professional photos, we pay for that. Professional sign and post installation. We put the house on the MLS, and then your property is actually given its own personal website. And then it goes on to the KWLS, which is our Keller Williams listing service. And what this does is it syndicates to over 350 other websites. So you're going to jump online and it will appear like every website is selling your house.
Okay.
Our reputation amongst agents. We do reverse prospecting, where I can literally search to tell you how many real estate agents have a saved search that match our house.
Oh.
And so when we come on the market, those are the agents I'm calling, emailing, texting, and inviting to our open house.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Expert negotiating, and then our senior designation as well as luxury designation. And all the definitions are on the back here for you.
Okay.
So here we're going to go through the realist report, and county record shows that your house is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,700 square feet, and it outlines the actual property boundaries. Have there been any adjustments to property boundaries at all over the years that you've lived here?
No, not that I know of in the past.
Okay, great. All right, and so here what we're going to do is we're going to look over the what I call the CMA snapshot together.
Okay.
And what that does is it just says active, pending, sold, what's happening in and around your neighborhood. Now, because I haven't seen your house until today, it's really hard for me to know how much your house is worth. So after I walk through the house with you, I'll go back to my office, send you some comparables, and we'll go over them together.
Okay.
And together we'll decide what we think a good price is for your house.
Perfect.
So,
Okay.
great. Couple things in here, we have the listing agreement, and on here it actually says, it spells it out. It says firm, so that's me, or seller, that's you, shall not promote or advertise the property in any manner whatsoever, including but not limited to yard signs, flyers, websites, emails, text, mailers, magazines, open house. So once we sign this, we both agree that we're not going to talk about your house coming on market until it's on the market.
Okay.
In preparation for your house to come on market, we ask you to fill out the seller's disclosure statement. And this is line by line. Every single line has to have a yes, no, don't know, or does not apply answer.
Okay.
If for any reason you miss one of these boxes, this entire document is considered incomplete.
Oh.
And with an incomplete, the buyer can walk all the way until the day of closing. So it's important that you take the time and fill out every single line. So what I recommend is just take a blank piece of paper and just go line by line.
Perfect.
And answer your way through that. So please have that done before we come on market.
Okay.
In here, it's going to talk about when a buyer comes along, there's a few requirements that have changed over the years. One is that you need to have double straps on your hot water tank.
Okay.
And you also have to have smoke detectors in every bedroom, and then carbon monoxide alarms on every floor where there's a sleeping area.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you have that done as well. And then the potential buyer who comes to write an offer on your home, just know that in addition to doing a home inspection that they pay for, they may opt to pay an extra $200 or so to do a side sewer inspection. And that's where they go down the sewer with a camera, record it all, and just make sure there aren't any tree roots or obstructions. So just know that that is something that could very well happen when it comes time for you to go through the inspection process.
Got it.
Great. And then is there anything that we need to talk about regarding, is there a security alarm in your home?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Perfect. So we'll just get the alarm code. Is there a garage door opener?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a garage door keypad? So there's like the 4-digit code that you can open the door?
No.
Okay. Is there a sprinkler system?
Yes.
There is. Great. So what will happen before we order the post and sign to be installed, they'll come out and do a locate. So you'll actually see some graffiti work on the grass.
Okay.
They'll come and actually locate for that. Is there a shed?
No.
No shed. Okay. And then is your mailbox secure with a key?
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay. Okay, great. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to come with my notebook. We're going to walk around the house together and take notes. And then I would say by tomorrow about noon, I'm going to send you an email. And it's going to then be more accurate as to what's really going on and what I think we could sell your house for right now. And then together we're going to work on a price.
Okay, that sounds great.
Great. So the next step for you is you're going to call Trisha and book your complimentary staging appointment.
Okay.
And then if you have any other questions along the way, don't hesitate to let us know. I'm going to have you fill that out for me here.
Okay.
And that's the all about you. That'd be great. All right. So do you have any other questions for me?
No, I think you about covered it. I'm really excited.
We are too. I think we're going to be a great fit to work together.
I think so too.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank